Low peak fire activity sends residents fleeing. Victims of violent protests honored nationally and here at home. And the opioid epidemic devastates communities and overburdens healthcare workers.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Augusta McDonald. Active fire conditions changed quickly this afternoon, causing the Missoula County Sheriff's Office to place about 300 homes in the path of the low peak fire under evacuation warnings and orders this morning. Some good news later today, though. Those conditions improved with some rainfall, increasing humidities in the air to between 50 and 80%. Now, fire information says there were lighter winds also than expected. The low peak fire has now burned almost 10,000 acres, adding almost 2,000 since Friday, with the most significant growth happening last night due to the windy conditions. The blaze is approaching containment lines but remains 0% contained at this time. The latest evacuation warnings issued about 2 this afternoon includes Fort Fizzle to Balsam Root Road on both sides of Highway 12. Portions of Mormon Creek Road past and including Van Drive are also under evacuation warning at this time. Residents in this area may be required to immediately evacuate in the future. Mandatory evacuation orders are in place for approximately 160 homes on both the north and south sides of Highway 12, starting at mile marker 20 in the Bear Creek area, and that extends to Fort Fizzle. U.S. Highway 12 is closed between milepost 20 and 30 west of Lolo due to fire activity. A means alert was also issued just after 3 this afternoon, saying Highway 12 is closed from Graves Creek to the intersection with Roper's Lounge until evacuation orders have been lifted. Travelers are advised to use an alternative route. Extreme weather at the Low Peak fire prompted authorities to order this immediate evacuation to residents living along a section of Highway 12 west of Lolo. Weather played a significant role in this evacuation order as a dry cold front and windy conditions created a dangerous scenario. MTN's Kent Lutzen was there as people were evacuating and brings us this story.
Given where this Low Peak fire is currently at and the fuels that are working in combination with the weather, expecting erratic fire behavior today, that the fire had grown to the point that the residents along Highway 12 that had been in an evacuation warning were in more danger and needed to evacuate.
The evacuees have spent a lot of time packing up their belongings, gathering their most precious possessions. Although they were prepared, they're still unsure what their home will look like when they return.
The advice is for homeowners to gather up any valuables, whether it be personal papers, photographs, memorabilia. Make sure you gather up any medicines that you might need. Make sure you know where your pets are, or if you have livestock, things like that. Gather those up.
Fire managers are unsure how long this evacuation order will last.
The last I heard, and this came from the operations center, is it could be a few hours and it could be a few days. And it's weather dependent. The fire has a mind of its own, and it will do what it's going to do. And I have a lot of faith that the incident command team has a good handle and a good communication system in place so that we can get information out to people so that they can have the proper warning and or notice when they need it.
In Lolo, Kent Lutzen, MTN News.
The Red Cross opened a shelter for evacuees at the Florence Carlton Community Church. All evacuees are welcome and there is no cost to stay there. However, they are allowing service dogs only. And as people packed up and fled the flames, residents were encouraged to sign up for emergency alerts to keep up to date on the latest information from officials. Ravalli County residents can download the free Ravalli County Sheriff's app, and Missoula County residents are encouraged to sign up for Smart 911. Now, MTN's Lauren Heiser spoke with some evacuees today and joins us now live in the studio with the latest. Lauren.
Thanks, Augusta. I spent the morning in a few of the places where evacuees were able to get information regarding the status of the fire. Since pre-evacuation notices were posted, evacuees have had a lot of questions to answer.
Well, there's a lot of things going through our mind. We've experienced this 4 years ago in 2013, so we were a lot more prepared this time. We had goats and chickens and ducks and having to get all our animals out and safe, and then us as well as our cats and dogs, and then where are we going to put them and where are we going to stay and how long. What are we going to do about work? And it just turns everything upside down for you.
Sheriff's deputies were going door to door this morning notifying people about evacuations. They were also asking residents to check in at Roper's Lounge once they had left their home. Even after people have evacuated, they still face many unknowns.
We don't know any information. It could be weeks, it could be never, it could be days. So we don't know. We're kind of in shock. So.
For more information on evacuations, call the Fire Information Line at 258-4636. Augusta, now back to you.
All right, thank you, Lauren. So what's next? A public meeting to discuss the blaze will be held tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the upper gym at Lolo School on U.S. Highway 93. And Missoula did see some rain today, breaking a record dry streak. Thunderstorms threaten the area this evening, and meteorologist Louis Dorch has the latest from the Storm Tracker Weather Center.
All right, thank you, Augusta. And yeah, we are going to see cooler temperatures continuing to roll through as that cold front moves through today, and the winds that caused that red flag warning, those should die down as well. Now, what we're looking at for this evening, showers ending, pattern change as we roll into next week, and then sunny warm temperatures by the end of the week. So yeah, most of the rain showers and thunderstorms will be moving out tonight. Cooler and breezy though as we roll into tomorrow with temperatures in the 70s and lower 80s. And we'll see warmer temperatures with them returning to the middle and upper 80s by the end of the week.
All right, Louis, you can find reports on all of the fires burning in western Montana on our website. We'll continue to track all the details and the critical information you need with our Fire Watch coverage on air and online with our Facebook and Twitter feeds and the KPAX mobile app. And in Montana news this evening, 3 people are dead and 2 others injured after a head-on crash on Highway 12 in Broadwater County this afternoon. Montana Highway Patrol says the incident happened around 1:00 p.m. after a pickup traveling westbound near mile marker 57 blew a tire. The vehicle then went into the eastbound traffic lanes where it hit a passenger car head-on. We're told 2 adults and 1 child were pronounced dead on scene, and 2 people in the pickup truck were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Montana Highway Patrol continues to investigate this crash. And hundreds of people attended the grand opening of the Big Spring skate park in Lewistown on Saturday. The world-class park was constructed by Evergreen Skate Parks, who also recently unveiled a skate park in Stockholm, Sweden. MTN's Josh Meny went to that opening and ended up meeting skateboarders from across the country.
Big Spring Skate Park, newly opened in Lewistown, is a culmination of work of 2 main organizations, Make It Happen Montana and Montana Pool Service. Make It Happen Montana is a non-profit which creates opportunities to initiate social diversification in communities. Montana Pool Service, which has been building skate parks across the Treasure State for a decade, is operated by founding member and bassist of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Pearl Jam, Jeff Ament.
Skateboarders by nature sort of want to be they're sort of curious and want to explore things by nature, and I think Montana is one of those destinations.
Ament looked at the map and realized Lewistown was the ideal location.
You're definitely going to see some tourism from skateboarders from all around the country. One of the fun things as a skateboarder is going out on road trips and finding loops where you can, go to a few different skate parks and, make a fun road trip out of it. And this area, this destination right now is made for a really cool couple of different skate park loops that you can do.
The grand opening of Big Spring Skate Park has brought in skateboard enthusiasts from all over the country, including Seattle, Northern California, Southern California, Oregon, Virginia, and more. It's also brought in skateboarders from every city across Montana. This destination is going to create a lot of exposure for the community of Lewistown. All right.
The news of Big Spring circulated rapidly through the world of skateboarding.
Group of 5 of my good friends from Southern California decided to drive up to Seattle to visit some other friends. Then we heard about the skate park grand opening up here in Montana.
Being from Cody, we have a skate park that opened up like 14 years ago. And it was just one of the things where 14 years ago a park opened up in my town. I wasn't even there, but it made a difference for me skating there. So now I get to come here and try to blow kids' minds and show them kind of what this park has potential to be for them.
It's pretty nice. It's better than the Billings skate park. It's more clean and more flowy.
In Lewistown, Josh Meny, MTN News.
The new skate park is located in Sims Park in Lewistown. And some rain cleared the air in Missoula this evening, but can we look forward to more of that? Lewis is in after the break with that answer. Plus, coming up in Health Watch, the U.S. opioid epidemic shows devastating consequences. Stay with us.